Thomas and friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has fields of green and sandy yellow beaches. There are rivers, streams, and lots of trees where the birds sing. There are windmills and a coal mine and docks where visitors to the island arrive. The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Thomas, James, and the firework display. All the engines on Sodor look forward to New Year's festival time. But most of all, they're looking forward to the Topham Hatt's New Year's firework display. Sir Topham Hatt came to see Thomas and James. James, you are to collect the fireworks from the depot. James was overjoyed, but Thomas wasn't happy at all. But I want to collect the fireworks, Thomas pouted. Sir Topham Hatt chose me because I am as the red as a rocket and twice as grand. And James puffed out a timid shakes. James steamed proudly across the countryside. Brightest and best, he said happily. He was having a wonderful day. Thomas was still upset when he arrived at the shunting yards. Father James, he grouched. And he biffed the troublesome trucks crossing around the yard. When James arrived at the depot, he was very excited. The freight cars were all ready for him, filled safety to the top with fireworks. James coupled up to the precious cargo. And he set off. Thomas shunted the last two trucks crossway into praise. The troublesome trucks were glad that that job was finished. Ooh. James happily steamed along. He was thinking about the fireworks. He was imagining all the sparkles and flashes and shooting stars when suddenly there was a loud noise. James wound to a halt. I will go have to call for help, said his driver. Thomas puffed into Napper as Gordon was letting off his passengers. Children and grown-ups from all over the island of Sodor has come to see the fireworks. Seeing the children cheered Thomas up. But Sir Topham Hatt looked concerned. James has broken down, he said. You must collect him, Thomas, and bring him back, or the firework display will be cancelled. Oh no, cried Thomas. Then all the children will be sad. And Thomas set off to find James. Thomas puffed across the countryside. Even with his lamp on, Thomas knew he had to be very careful. At last, Thomas found James broken down on the track. Hello, busted boiler, teased Thomas. You don't look very useful now. James was upset. But when Thomas got behind James in the train, he couldn't see ahead. You will have to look out for me. James was cross. But you said I wasn't useful, he pouted. But if the fireworks don't get to Napper Station, puffed Thomas, then the firework display will be cancelled. James didn't want the children to be sad, so he agreed to look out for Thomas. When the track was straight and clear, James called out, "Go faster, Thomas!" And Thomas did. They were soon working happily together and making great time. Back at Nafford, Sir Topham Hatt had checked his watch. There were no sign of Thomas or James. It's very late, he said. It is almost the children's bedtime. Even Gordon was worried. I'll have to cancel the firework display. So the disappointed children began to board the coaches. At last they could see the signal light. The signal was red. Thomas and James had stopped. Why would the signal be red? Puzzled James. Maybe a passenger's coming through, puffed Thomas. Oh dear, Gordon must be taking the children back. Thomas and James were very upset. We're here, they cried, and sounded their whistles as loudly as they could. The children were all on board, and Gordon was ready to depart. Then an idea flew into Thomas's funnel. Sound up a rocket, he told his driver. So his driver carefully placed the rocket. He stood back as it whooshed into the sky. The rocket burst into stars. A sparkling dragon, cried Sir Topham Hatt. It must be Thomas and James. Stop, Gordon. The firework display is back on. The junction signal turned to green. And Thomas and James were soon on their way. James and Thomas were soon at the station. The children cheered. Good work, Thomas, cried James happily. And good work, James, agreed Thomas. Good work to you both, boomed Sir Topham Hatt. That night, Thomas and James watched the fireworks together. I think we are both useful engines, said James proudly. But we are most useful when we work together, said Thomas, and the two of them had to agree.
The island of Sodor is a wonderful place. Thomas enjoys puffing all over the island. There are lots of special places to visit. Where's this? That's right. It's Knapford Station. Knapford is the biggest and busiest station on the island of Sodor. Visitors arrive and leave, and Sir Topham Hatt's office is there. It's where the engines want to look their best and show everyone how really useful they are. One day, Edward was sick. He couldn't puff. He thought he would be scrapped. So Thomas chuffed into Knapford Station, pulling Edward's train. He wanted to help his friend. Sir Topham Hatt was very surprised to see Thomas with Edward's freight cars. He wanted to see Edward right away. Later, Edward chuffed sadly and slowly into Knapford. He asked Sir Topham Hatt not to scrap him. Sir Topham Hatt told him he was a really useful engine. Edward was relieved. Knapford Station is also where special winter holiday celebrations take place. One winter, Thomas felt very proud. Sir Topham Hatt had asked him to deliver the toys to the new toy shop at Knapford. But on the day of the grand opening, there was trouble. Thomas wanted to collect the toys and the children. He was trying to do too much. Luckily, Henry was there to help his friend. Henry delivered the cars of toys to Knapford, and Thomas chuffed in with the children. The toy shop was a wonderful sight. The children cheered. But there was one engine for whom Knapford Station is a very special place, and that's Percy. A famous artist came to paint the spirit of Sodor. Percy showed the famous artist Knapford Station. The famous artist didn't like Knapford Station at all. This made Percy very cross. He wheezed a cloud of steam. It blew the famous artist's hat right off his head. Percy was very worried, but the famous artist was excited. He wanted to paint Percy. He told him he was the spirit of Sodor. There was a big party at Knapford Station for everyone to see Percy's painting for the first time. So that's why Knapford Station is very special for Percy. There are so many special places on the island of Sodor. Next time, Thomas will show us somewhere else. All the engines on Sodor are a bright, bold color. But this engine has been working in the coaling plant today and is covered in coal dust. How can you tell who it is? This engine has a round face and boiler. Do all the engines have round faces? No. Toby and Salty have square faces, so it can't be either of them. What else can you see? This engine has a separate coal tender at the back. Do all the other engines have a separate coal tender? No. Thomas and Percy don't, so it can't be either of them. Now look at the engine's funnel. It's very tall. What about the other engines? Do they all have tall funnels? No. Gordon and Henry have short funnels, so it can't be either of them. Who's left? Edward and James. Edward and James both have round faces, separate coal tenders, and tall funnels. It's time for this engine to have a washdown. What color can you see now? Red. So it can't be Edward. It must be James. Hello, James. Toby has a busy day today. He has to pick up some workmen. Then he must take them to their job in the forest. The workmen are waiting at the station. Which track should Toby take to get there? The track that goes under the bridge or the track that goes over the bridge? Are you sure, Toby? I don't think that track will get you to the station. That's right. Toby goes over the bridge to get to the station. Toby has collected the workmen. Now he must take them to the forest. Which track should Toby take to get there? The track that goes over the bridge or the track that goes under the bridge? That's right, Toby. You go under the bridge to get to the forest. Toby has collected the workmen and taken them to the forest. Toby's a really useful engine. Thomas is waiting to cross a new bridge, but the bridge isn't finished. The workmen need to put in the last pieces to make it safe. Can you help them put in the missing pieces? Look at these different shapes. This piece is a circle shape. It's round like a wheel. This piece is a square shape. It has 4 straight sides, all the same size. And this piece is a triangle. It has 3 sides and 3 corners. Now, let's look at the bridge. Which piece do you think should go in this space? What about the circle shape? No. The circle is round like a wheel. It has no corners. What about the triangle? Yes, the triangle is the right shape for the space. It has 3 sides and 3 corners. Now the workmen need to find another missing piece. Which piece do you think should go in this space? What about the square shape? No, the square is the wrong shape. It has 4 straight sides. What about the circle shape? Yes, the circle is round like a wheel, and it is the right shaped piece to fit in that space. Now there is one last piece the workmen have to fit into the bridge. And there's only one left, the square shape. Do you think the square shape will fit in this space? Yes, the square with 4 straight sides, all the same size, is the right shape. All the missing pieces have been found. The bridge is finished now, Thomas. You can go safely on your way. Well done, Thomas.